Hey guys, Jeff from Smoking T-Jets. You guys ready to have some fun? Yeah, me too. Look what I got here, guys. This came in the mail just the other day, and I just started getting into it a bit. I haven't quite finished it yet, but it's still loop-to-loop, and we'll get into it here more. But I always thought when Aurora produced this, the stunt kit, things like that, even the squeeze track and the tire blowout track, I always thought that Aurora was thinking, well, how can I make these guys ruin their cars? Well, to me, I always thought this is the best way to do it. Have the cars do a loop, and let's see if we can get them to crash and wreck real good. Why? Because we'll buy more Aurora slot cars. Guys, I've never done this before. I can't wait to try it. I don't know if it works. I hope it does work. I'll read the instructions. I'll put it together. When I got it from the guy off of eBay, he says, listen, everything's in there. So I can't wait. I am so glad I got it. I just started fussing with it a second ago, and I just wanted to let you guys see what I got here. All right, guys, let me go ahead and see if I can clear some room on the bench here. We can see if we can set this bugger up. All right, guys, status update. I put both the loops together. I've read the directions very thoroughly there. What's interesting is, again, I got both loops together. The directions make reference to some screws, like 6 special screws that will replace the standard front screw of the body screw of your T-Jets, and the directions state that it'd be with it. Now, when I got this off of the internet, the gentleman who sold it to me, and I questioned, I said, is everything there? He goes, oh yeah, everything there, all the flathead screws are there. Well, I tell you what, the flathead screws are all here for the, let me show you the other loop here. There we go. You see those little flathead screws? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, then there's another 4 on the other loop that we have there. Yeah, fine, they're all there. But it was missing those screws. So what I think is going to happen is we'll have to figure out a way to get some small screws, or if we can't find ones that fit, we'll make some screws fit or something. But here's what I'm thinking, guys. I got, what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, then it hits the loop. So 5 straightaways in the loop, then I'll have another straightaway. It's kind of eating up a lot of my bench and everything. So what I'll do is I've got like a tons of trestles. Like, there's a big trestle bag over there. I might have it raised up and just, as I'm testing the loop to loop, just have it raised up off the bench so I can still use my bench and still use my test track. So that's where I'm at, guys. I was a little disappointed that it didn't have those screws that it said it was going to have. A little disappointed in the person who said everything's there. So once again on eBay, even if you ask, you might not be getting the right information, guys. All right, so hey, this is where we're at, and what I did is I got I grabbed the transformer, got that out, and I thought about using just a normal trigger controller, but then I got one of the old ones out there that have the steering wheel on. The reason I did that is because I can just, like, if I'm doing like a camera shoot or something, I can leave that bugger on and then just click it, boom, it goes full speed, and then I can use the camera as I want, rather than trying to hold the camera with one hand and the controller with the other. All right, guys, so let me clean up the track, make sure everything's good, and show you the next step. Hey guys, just got the track together. I cleaned all the paint pieces, wiped them off. I had to get the manual out. You see the manual back there? I had to get the manual out because I was trying to figure out the wiring to the old steering wheel controller I got over here, and I had to look at the manual, guys. I had to look at the manual, make sure I got it going on, and it's going on. It's everything's right there. But I've got that hooked up, and right there is the loop, and it's going over the transformer there. And what I got, just for fun, I didn't know if we'll need it, but I got a box with some bubble wrap in it in case the cars do get launched, and they do successfully make it to the loop there. Guys, I think the next thing we got to do is we got to figure out what car we want to destroy. I don't know. I like my T-Jets. I really do. I like my T-Jets. I might grab a Johnny Lightning or something like that. I just don't know. I really don't know. So we got the trestles up here, and what I'm going to do here is, as I'm choosing the car, I will find the car, and then I'll test it and see if the track runs. Should, because I cleaned the track properly. It should run. So give me just a second. We'll find the car to destroy. All right, guys, just picked my car out. Let me give it some juice. I'll keep it focused here on the loop. See what we get. I didn't think so either. Too funny. All right, guys, we're not going to use a motorcycle. Here's what we're going to do. I picked out a couple of Lightnings. They both have TJ chassis on them. And I know that the GTO's fast. I got it rigged up. The thing, it flies. But I keep thinking maybe a longer car compared to a shorter car, maybe a shorter wheelbase, something like that. I'm leaning towards the I'm leaning towards the Mustang there, guys. Now, another thing that we have to address, going up that loop, I know why they want a flathead screw there, because if you're going up the loop there, and you have one of the normal T-jet screws, it will catch on the metal, and it'll slow the car down and possibly not allow it to go around the loop with enough speed to get around properly. So I did have some tiny screws, and they're flatheads. I don't know if they'll fit in the screw post or not. I will dig them up. I know I've got them, so give me just a minute and see what we can do, guys. Hey, I found the screws. Got some brass screws through a machine. Little flathead screws. Guys, these things are tiny. They're very tiny. But what I'll do is, let me do this. I'm going to grab the Mustang. I'm going to take out the T-jet screw that holds it, that's in the front screw post there, and see if I can replace it with this and see if it works. All right, I just replaced the T-jet screw. Now, hey, the threads work pretty good. But that's sticking up quite a bit. That really is. Just trying to think through it. I think I can probably make the hole, the guide pin, make that a little bit wider to where I can get that screw head more flush, or maybe I can, I don't know, ground down the outside of the screw to where it can fit inside the I don't know. We're going to do something, guys. But right now, it's, there's no sense in using this if it can't go down any further, because you see the way the head's sticking up there, guys. That's not going to be acceptable in that loop. So let me do this. Let me see if I can see if we make that hole a little bit wider or ground down the edge of that screw. See what we can do. All right, what I did do is I made that hole just a little bit bigger. I'm going to show it to you real quick. I took one of my Dremel bits and I made that hole just a little bit bigger there, guys, and I'm going to reinsert the screw and see if it doesn't sit down there a little bit better. It went down a little bit better. It's still, it's not flush. It's not flush. Let me do this. I'm going to see if I can ground down the outside of the that screw there and see if I can get it to fit in that hole that we made a little bit bigger. See if I can figure something out. Alright, guys, here's what I got going on. I put the screw in one of these little, square post or square screw posts that I use for replacement, and I've got my Dremel out. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use that screw post holder to hold it, and what I want to do is I'm just going to go round and round just the edge of it there and see if I can grind down the edge of that screw so it'll fit in that guide pin hole a little bit better. So let me do that. I'm going to go ahead and grind it down and test fit it and see what we get. All right, I just ground down the edges of that, and I test fitted it. It needs a little bit more. I'm going to grind some more down, guys. I even ground down a little bit of the head there. I mean, just flatten that out a little bit, but it still needs some more, but we're going in the right direction. So let me give it another go, and I'll test fit it, and let's see what we get. All right, guys, I think I got it. I got that bugger ground down pretty good. The top of it plus the side of it ground down. I will test fit it next, and let's see what we got. Fit right in there, guys. Looks good. I mean, it holds it in place, everything, just perfectly. So, ground down the top of it, ground down the edges of it, and we made our own flathead screw that fits in there. Even if we didn't have the ones that Aurora gave us, we still made do, guys. Now, one thing, I know that in the instructions for it says keep the track clean. Yeah, I understand that. You don't want a bunch of dust on it if you're going to do a loop-to-loop. But another thing it just hit me, we're going to have a speedy T-jet. You can't have a slow doggy one. We're going to have a speedy T-jet. So I'm going to test this chassis, and let's see if it goes around the loop, guys. All right, just get the camera set, guys. I got the Mustang down there. We're going to see it together here. I got the straightaway. It's all nice and clean and everything. I'm going to focus the camera here on the loop to see if we can see this bugger going through the loop, and let's see if we can get this set up for us. There we go. All right, let me do this. I got the transformer on, juice is on. Here we go, guys. Damn close, not too bad. Try it again, just for fun, just for fun. Put it back in the track. 0 for 2. Kind of fun though, isn't it? And give it another shot. Success. Success. 1 out of 3, guys. And it landed in our box, not perfectly, but it did land in our box. I'm adjusting that now. Give it another shot just for fun. See what we get. We did make it go around, guys. That's impressive. We did get to go around. Ah, there you go. 2 out of 4, 50% of the time. Guys, I had no idea it was going to be that easy for it to work. I didn't know that the cars were going to go around there. That's a blast. That's actually a blast. I tell you what, I'm going to have to incorporate this loop-to-loop into my layout somehow. Get a long straightaway to where you know the cars are going to, have some fun going around there, because that is just a blast. The box, again, caught it, slowed it down, but probably prevented it from breaking. But I'm going to give it a thumbs up as far as fun, guys. I mean, that's just a fun toy. And I can see if the car, if your T-Jet didn't go fast enough, it'd get up halfway, 3/4 away, and drop or not make it like the first 2 that we saw there. But what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of track. That's all I got, guys. Maybe you could do it in 4 or 3 pieces. Maybe you could. I don't know. But if you know, hey, listen, 5 works. If you know 5 works, great. Just, I'm seriously thinking about redesigning my layout to where I can incorporate them, because these are just, they're fun. And maybe if I get a couple of runners or something like that, it might be a blast having the loop-to-loops in there. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this segment of the loop-to-loops. If you want to give them, I'm going to give a thumbs up. If you see them on eBay, go ahead and buy them, guys. They are fun. All right, Jeff from Smoking T-Jets.